Hi, I'm Kelly from Kelly J Jewellery. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make these curly earrings. I've used copper, but I'm sure these would look lovely in silver or gold or whatever else you'd want to make them with. I've written a list in the description below of everything you'll need to make them. No beads today, just wire. And don't forget to subscribe if you want more free tutorials. To make these earrings you'll need 0.8mm wire, that's 20 gauge, and I've cut 8 lengths at 7 inches, that's 18 centimeters. Weaving wire, I'm using 0.315mm, that's 28 gauge, and you'll need approximately 2 lengths at 100 centimeters. You'll need 2 jump rings, mine are 0.8mm outside measurements. Tools, you'll need pliers, round nose pliers, wire cutters, and I think that's it. Let's get started. So take 4 of your 8 wires, and we're going to start 1.5 inches from the beginning of the wires, that's 4 centimeters. So I'm going to wrap 3 times around that bottom wire. I'm going to go over the bottom 2 wires and between the bottom 2 wires, and I'm going to wrap another 2 times around that second wire. Then I'm going to go up the back and over between those top 2 wires, and I'm going to go around the 3rd wire 3 times, and then twice around the top 2 wires. And my wires slightly apart, like this. Go up between those bottom 2 wires, so I've gone completely around the second wire. I'll go around that another twice, and I'll go around the bottom 2 wires. I'll go under the back and up between those top 2 wires. Go around that wire 3 times. And completely over the top 2 twice. Now I'll come up between the bottom 2 wires and circle that second wire another 2 times. Around the bottom 2 wires twice. Up the back and between those top 2 wires. And I'll circle that third wire 3 times. And I'll go around the top 2 wires twice. I'm going to keep repeating that. I'll do another couple of repeats with you. So we come up between the bottom 2 wires, circle that second wire 3 times, then wrap around the bottom 2 wires twice, up the back and between the top 2 wires, and then circle that third wire 3 times. Hope that's making sense as a repeat. And around the top 2 twice. All we're doing really is like a bail, really. You know, when you weave a bail, so you're going to widen your wires, and you could do like any figure of 8 pattern up here. So that's all I've done, is just a figure of 8 weave, including 3 wraps around the wires that are closest to the middle, and then 2 wraps around the 2 wires on each side. So we're going to repeat this until we reach about here. So we're going to repeat it till we got about 3.5 centimetres, or 3. So we'll go for 3 centimetres of that weave. So I've done 3 centimetres of weave. Making sure you push your weave together as you go. Cut that tail off. So we need to take the other 4 wires from beginning. I'm to shout over the traffic today. And we need to do this again, all exactly the same as we've done here. So we've got 2 identical pieces. So take your other 4 wires, jump back to the beginning of the video, make another, and I'll meet you here. So I've finished my second one, and if you lay them on top of each other, I've got the same angle on the weave, because it's always important to match up your earrings. You want them to look as similar as possible. To finish this off, on the other one I just wrapped a couple of times around that second wire, and then cut it nice and short. Oh, I need to cut that tail off as well. So that's what I've got so far. So take one of your earrings, and I'm going to start with the wires that come down the right hand side. So I'm going to bend them together. Try not to let them cross over each other. We're going to hold them next to each other. I'm going to bend it over. So it reaches the centre. I'm going to keep going around. You could watch what I do and then do your own version if you want to, or you could do mine. I'm just going to make a little curl there, and to make sure that I do them both the same, I'm now going to take the other one. I'm going to take the wires on the left, holding them together, don't let them cross over each other, and try and get the same shape, if we can, that we did on the other one, but we go in the other way. So far so good. When you're doing this, bending your wires around, try not to pull these two into each other because it'll crimple all your wires. You got to keep them in the position that they're in. So carrying on with this one, I'm going to go around, and I'm going to take these wires around, so these come up. Try not to let them cross over each other. And these go down. So I've scooped these two up, and the wire we were bending, I've just bent it down. And every step we do, we then got to go back to the other one and do it in reverse for that one. So these wires have got to go down, and these two wires have to go up, but they have to come in and up. So they have to come in and up. Like that. So now taking these two wires that have come up, I'm going to take them around. Try not to let them cross over each other. Like that. And how I'll do that for the other one. So they have to come up and in like that. So they have to come up and they have to go in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 repeats, and they have to go in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think my repeats are a bit more spread out on this one. It's about there. Try not to let them cross over each other. That's about the same. Just playing around with this really. You can do whatever you like with it. And this one, I'm going to curl this one down, and this one up. I'm going to do the same with this one. I'm going to curl this one down. A little bit higher. And then this one. Over at the top. And I'm going to cut those wires to make it a bit easier for now. And the same on this one. I'm going to take a short length of weaving wire, just a little bit. And I'm just going to secure this down here so it doesn't move around. I'm going to wrap 3 times around the longer wire, top wire, just to hold it in place. Then I'm going to go around both wires. Oh, caught the other one on there. So I've got them together. Now we'll go around the top one, and I'm going to post it through the weave right next to where it sits. And I'll continue another few wraps, and that'll hold that there. Cut that wire at the back. Find my pliers, cutters. Cut that wire. There. Just going to flatten the ends down a bit. And we need to do that for the other one. So do exactly that on the other one as well. So I've secured that on both wires, both earrings. These bottom wires, again you can do whatever you like really. I'm just going to finish that off with a curl. And that one the other way, you could add a bead or do whatever you want with it. So now I need to curl all these cut ends. I'm going to start with the top one. And then the second one. And these bottom two. Gonna have to secure these two wires. Probably easier to do it before we curl this bottom one. Gonna need a little bit of weaving wire, just a little bit. And wrap around there a few times. Then the top wire, if it's upside down, it's the top one. And then around both. And then around the top one again a few times. And I'm going to curl this last one. A bit fiddly to get it how I want it. It'll look nice when it's oxidized. So now you need to do the same for this one. Curl all those loose ends and then secure these two together here at the bottom. So I've put all my curls on my second one. That's what I've got so far. Now take your jump rings. I made these by wrapping some thick wire. It's 1.5mm, I think it's about 14 gauge, around my bail pliers. Ideally you could do with the ones that aren't cut, so they're just complete, so they can't pull open. So what we're going to do is pop all the wires into the ring, and I'm going to put my join at the front, but ideally it would be better if it didn't have a join. And I'm going to secure all these wires to my jump ring, so bending them over like that. Try not to let it bend too much, the actual piece. Then we need to bend them through again so that they stay in place. Pull that tight, like that. And do the same for the other side, keeping them next to each other. Post them back through the jump ring. If you've got a weak jump ring, you may pull it open, so I always use really thick wire on my jump rings. Needs a bit of fiddling with to get it where I want it. So ideally, I could do with taking this top one around again, and that will definitely secure it in place. If you're happy with just the one wrap around, then that's fine, stick with that. And the actual earring isn't very strong that we've just made, so try not to squeeze it out of shape too much as you're doing this fiddly bit. Right, that's it. And I'll just clip these wires off. And then flatten them around the jump ring. Forgot to mention at the beginning that you'll need ear wires as well. So you need to do the same with the other one, with the jump ring. And then we just need to attach ear wires to the top. So I've added my ear wires and finished off the top jump rings. And we're done. Got dangly, curly wire woven earrings. I always use gold fill or sterling silver for my ear wires. That's just my preference. Hope you found this tutorial useful. Little crazy this one today. Thought I'd have a go at making it up as I went along. And that's what we ended up with. Can't hold them properly. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.